8,000 newly infected students. Our universities in my country are one big giant disease. 14,000 of them teenagers who got up this morning and maybe said, like somebody sitting here, well, it's not going to happen to me. Pam, that happens in the United States. We watch on TV. We know it. We see Miley Cyrus. We know what your kids are doing. But we don't have STIs in South Africa. We don't have those diseases here, infections. I'm going to get it right. Now, watch me. Dr. Hines, I have a doctor who's making sure I say this correctly. He's instructing me. It's infection. Sexually transmitted infection, STI, all right? So I'm going to get it right by the end of this week. Here we go. In the 1950s, we had 5 of these infections. Most of them, you can count them on one hand. It's not a big deal. I always tell kids to go find a grandparent, find somebody who grew up in the 40s or 50s, and ask them. It's a great dinner table conversation when you're with your grandparents. Just bring this right up. Grandma, were there STIs when you were a kid? Did people have them? Talk about it at school? Have crazy people from the United States come and yell about syphilis in 1952? No. We did not know anyone who had an STI. If they did, they got a shot of penicillin and moved on. Today we have over 30 STIs, 30% of them absolutely incurable. That means you get one of these and you've got it for life. Which is a lovely thing, boys, when you're getting ready to get married. Found this girl you love. I mean, this is it. She's the one you want to marry. Not those other girls that was just messing around. This is the real thing. Pulled out that diamond. Look her in the eyes. If you're cool, boys, get on your knees. If you're cool and ask Father, is it Father? Are you a father? Yes, no. Without a father. I thought he was a priest, so tell me your name again. What's going on there? Alberto, and I forgot it. In the Spanish culture, if you're going to be really cool and ask a girl to marry you, hire mariachis. You would hire an entire band to play for her. Is that not awesome? They do it right in the Hispanic culture. If you're really cool, and not my country, you just have to simply get on your knees. You don't have to hire a band. Just get on your knees and say, marry me. By the way, I've got genital warts. You'll get it too. We'll both be treated for the rest of our lives. In fact, you'll probably end up with a radical hysterectomy, cervical cancer, and possibly death. But marry me. Well, I'm excited now. Thanks for sharing. Is that what you want to tell your wife, guys? Lovely. HPV, genital warts, syphilis, gonorrhea, herpes, the list goes on and on. These are serious infections with serious consequences. HIV is not the only infection out there, and certainly not the only disease that's killing people. And yet we've got teenagers, maybe even here, who actually think, well, if I don't get pregnant, or I don't get AIDS, well, then I don't have anything to worry about. Now, chlamydia, one of the most common infections in my country is chlamydia. And I found out it's not really a bacteria, so I'm not going to tell you what it is. It's some kind of parasite, which sounds worse to me than bacteria, if you ask me. There are 2 classifications, correct, sir? 2 classifications of sexually transmitted infection. Viral or virus and non-virus. Chlamydia is a non-virus. It is curable. A virus is not. You get a virus, you've got it for life. There is no cure. We've never cured a virus. In my country now, we're scaring old people. We put these adverts on our TV. They go like this. If you had the chickenpox when you were a child, the shingles virus lives inside you. It's a virus. That's what viruses do. Chlamydia is a non-virus. It is curable. So what's the big deal? In 90% of teenagers or young people who have chlamydia, there are no symptoms. You can't treat a disease you don't know you have. We got thousands of teenagers having sex going, well, it's not bothering me because I've had sex, but I don't have an infection. Never been tested. Certainly not in the last 3 weeks, but I know I don't have anything. How would you know that? Let me tell you what I know. Most teenagers who are having sex, they actually believe that if they get up the next morning and herpes is tattooed to their forehead, they don't have anything. Well, if my nose isn't purple or my ear is something's not burning, I'm fine. The problem, most of these infections 5 students contracted an STI over the weekend. They are. People have to be helpful. Did you think you were going to go to a dance girl to go look at that boy? Did you see his nose is purple? Don't touch what he has herpes. Do you think you know how many of the students in your school are infected? Because 1 out of 4 of them probably are. You got about 25%. 1 out of 4. Do you think you know they are? No way you don't. Mary,